optional extra credit assignment, and I want to go through it in this video so you can understand fully what you would be doing for this assignment. So you're going to create a house in Desmos. You're going to use this link. This is where you will create your house. So when you go in here, Desmos is a graphing calculator, so it can work like a calculator. You could do things like, if you type in here 6 times 2, for example, it'll tell you 12, or 6 plus 2, 8. So you could use this as a calculator, or you could use it to graph things like lines and circles and other things. So here we're just going to start off with drawing a vertical line at x equals 1. So if I draw it at x equals 1, x equals 1 is right here, and it just will extend. The line will go through that point and it'll extend infinitely in both directions. Remember, a line extends infinitely in both directions. So if you want to draw a vertical line, you want to use x equals. If you want to draw a horizontal line, you want to use y equals, and that'll draw a horizontal line. So I'm going to draw another line, a couple other lines. Now I have 4 lines. They all intersect, they each intersect one other line. Like these two intersect right there at -1, 1, 1, 1. This one, -1, -1, 1, -1. So that's how you would draw horizontal and vertical lines. If you want to draw line segments, then you want to pretty much cut the line so that it's no longer extending infinitely in both directions, right? So a line extends infinitely in both directions, but a line segment has endpoints. So for example, this red line, x equals 1, we could cut it right here and right here, and we would get a line segment. So in order to do that, I need to use curly brackets. That's where I will indicate my bounds, and then I'm going to cut it. And there's where my line segment is. So with the bounds, just make sure that this number is smaller than this number. Okay, so the left number has to be smaller than the right number. And the bounds are going to be y bounds for vertical lines. So right, the letter is just opposite. So if I have x here, then I have to have y here. All right, that'll be my bounds. So for my vertical lines, x equals, I'm going to have y bounds. All right, and the reason that is because this point right here is, if you kind of like trace it, that point, let's see, that point there is going to be 1, you're cutting it. It's like you're cutting it horizontally almost. So remember, brackets, curly braces are where you write the bounds. And then remember, you're going to use the opposite letter for the bounds. -1. Right, so I did something wrong because one of the sides of my square didn't show up, and it's this right here, right? The letters have to be opposite. If I have x here, I have to have y here. And then now I have a square, a perfect square. I can double tap, I think, or if I press, maybe if I, if I click this, yeah, I think either double click it or right click it. I'm not sure what it would be on your computer. It should give you the option of changing it so so you could change the colors to say like I want all my sides to be the same color. Oops. So my square can be green and the colors are not different on either end. So you could go through this process and create, for example, like a house or something like that, right? You could draw like a window right here. You could pretend this is one window, draw another one over here, and then draw a door between them, and keep going like that until you have, an image of a house. And I have a tutorial right here. Here's a demo of what that would look like, drawing a house. So this person draws a house and you can just follow the steps the person uses to create your own house. So just open up the video and just follow along with him as you do your drawing. And the first thing he's doing is he's saving his graph. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. You want to be signed in when you do this. So for example, for you should see this right here where it gives you the option to sign in. So you'd click sign in and just sign in with Google. That would be totally fine. So I'm going to sign in with my Google account, and now my name shows up here that I'm signed in. I can click right here where it says Untitled Graph to give my graph a name. So I'm going to call it Blue Square and save it. And now it's saved. And so keep watching what he's doing. Kind of hard to see what he's doing, so if you make it full screen, kind of help you with visibility. So I think he's drawing first pretty much he's doing like the big square, like, he's going to draw the little windows inside. See, kind of cool that he's like, now he's got the windows there and he's just going for the door. So you just follow along with him, do what he does, create your house. You can alter it if you want. You don't have to use the same colors for the windows that he uses or the same color for the door. You can do your own sort of little nuanced details that you might want to change. And then once you're finished, you just want to click this share graph button and copy the link. You copy this link and then just share the link with me. So if you go here, you can comment it and just click there and then click, turn in. You can also email the link to me and tell me I did the optional extra credit assignment. Here's the link of what I did. All right, if you have more questions on this assignment, I know that it might start off as a little bit confusing, but if you continue on and just follow the steps he's doing, then you should be able to do the picture just fine. These might be a little bit confusing, but really important to just remember if you have y equals, for example, that's a horizontal line, and if you have x equals, that's a vertical line, and then these bounds, these curly brackets, allow you to cut those lines. So that's pretty much what's going on, and these bounds are telling you y is going to go between -1 and +1. That's what the bounds tell you. So knowing those details, that's really the core of what you need to know in order to understand what's going on. And then you can just follow along with him, right? This is a Cartesian coordinate. You should have learned that before, so I'm hoping that doesn't confuse you either, right? This is, so let me get rid of these graphs. This is called a Cartesian coordinate. You just look at it. The vertical line is the y-axis, the horizontal line is the x-axis, and then where they intersect, 0, 0, that's called the origin, right? And different points of intersection, for example, 2, 2 would be right there. Right. You can zoom in on the graph, zoom out on the graph. There's a lot of little things that you could do here to make your workflow more pleasant, to have a better experience there. And that's that. So if you're having any trouble with this, let me know. If you need more assistance with it, also let me know. There's my little house, there's my square. Okay, if you have questions, like I said, don't hesitate to ask me, and good luck. Hopefully you enjoy this and it's fun. Other thing, before I leave this, before I end this video, people don't just draw houses on Desmos. They draw all kinds of things. So this is actually a kind of like an ongoing thing where people will go in and they will draw all kinds of stuff with Desmos, right? So you can always Google that and check out what's out there that you could draw on Desmos. And these are really complicated pictures. So if I click on any one of these, for example, this one, it's got folders actually of equations that they used in order to draw this this mask. Ear outline, all of these equations for the ear outline, and then within the folders is all these equations, right? So these pictures are really complicated, but really interesting to take a look at if you'd like. And YouTube has tutorials on how to draw different things, not these complicated things because they take quite a bit of time. But for example, you could Google for YouTube Desmos drawings. And then here's a Desmos drawing. This is the one that we're doing, simple house tutorial. But here's another one of a house, one of a toad, one of a man. There's some butterflies here. There's one of Mickey Mouse, a pig. And these are really a lot more complicated. If you just take a look at it, you'll see right away how complicated it is. The equations are really complicated. So if you want to draw this yourself, it will take some time and it will take a lot of precision. You want to write the equations exactly as they are writing them, right? But kind of interesting thing to explore if you would like to explore. So you can definitely take a look at this, and if you want to do, go for it and try something like try drawing the Superman one, or draw just a simple smiley face, snowman. There were some cool ones like butterflies and flowers that I saw. You can give that a shot and see if it works out for you, and if it does, share that with me, and I would love to give you some points for doing that. And it might be something fun for you to tackle while you're at home during quarantine. So hope that kind of gives you some ideas and opens up some things that you could do for credit and for fun, really, because I think it's fun. And let me know if you have any questions. I will see you in the next video.